What's up, guys? Chad Warrior back with another Lego video, and I finally got the new X-Mansion set. Been wanting this thing since it came out. Got it last week. Finally got it built this afternoon. So let's check it out. I'm gonna give you guys a pan over of the entire set from like up here. Now that I've done that, I'm going to remove all the figures because they are just about as in the way as they could possibly be. Didn't even mean to do that. Knocking stuff off even as I try to get the figures off. Although the destruction that they've left on this build, it is very hard to actually be able to do stuff with it. After I have done the review of it, which is what we're doing right now, I'm going to try to fix all of the damage and try to get it at least looking somewhat decent. Last figure, I think. Okay. I think the first thing we need to look at before we actually go in depth on the building is the fact that this thing comes with a Sentinel, which is great, by the way. I'm going to go on to this guy, show you him there. The thing over here, the band, or the tube, is so he can capture one of the X-Men. There's his back. He's kind of turned a little bit. Hang on. Yeah, very up close to you there, sorry. There we go. One thing we've realized on this guy is that his toe pieces will just flat fall off whenever they like. Okay. This set actually comes apart into 3 different sections, but we're not going to do that here. I'm going to take the roof pieces off. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And I'm going to take the middle floor off. And finally, we're left with the downstairs area. One thing that is missing is the fact that in the show, X-Men 97, which is what this is mostly based on, although there's a lot of references to other material and stuff. In the show, the mansion has 3 stories. This mansion does not have 3 stories, and there's rooms missing. But let's get in on the ground floor and take a look. There's the lobby area. That back here is, that back here is just a little bus. There's a couple chairs. There's the elevator. Camera's upside down to look at it. And then I'm going to break off a fingernail apparently. There we go. And this sticker that goes above the door on the inside it says class with an arrow to the right and danger room to the left. Hang that back up. There we go. On one wall in here is a portrait. I don't know if that's the right one, and you're looking at it upside down. I don't know if it's the right one, but one of them is the sign from when they first opened the school, and it's Magneto and Professor Xavier with their arm around each other. Professor X can still stand. And then that one, I think, is the first class portrait, which I feel like should be hanging in the classroom section. Under the floor here, which I hate when they do this, or they'll bury something under the floor and you're not going to find it again. It's just an Easter egg that's there when you're building it. But under the floor is a golden pyramid. I think it is a reference to Apocalypse. Let's start with the danger room. Over here, looking down into there, one of these walls has, I don't know if these things here are lights or what they are. You have flames on that wall, door there, and then a couple of rockets there. And then the door, let's see if I can get my phone down in here. I cannot, but I kind of did. Kind of did. See if you can see that shot. There's something back here to pull on, and that opens the danger room door. Sorry, very close with my finger there. On the TV there in the hallway, there's a reporter on TV, and then the newspaper on the floor of the hallway is a mutant registration announcement, like an advertisement. I just knocked the bike off. Give me a moment. There we go. Try not to throw his guy wheel on there. Yeah, this is one of those sets. You're always going to be knocking pieces off as far as like the parts to hook figures onto if you don't just leave it alone. To the right on the wall there, let me take that panel off so I can get my phone in. Nope, I still can't. I can get it in a little bit more. Just looking straight down in there. Yeah, on the wall there is a bookcase. One of them is a medical science book, and one of them is a Creole cookbook, which is a Gambit reference. The medical science book is a Beast reference, I believe. Moving into the classroom area. A globe down there in the corner, nothing new. This little chair is an interesting way to build like a desk chair. And then these little side rooms that move side to side. There's like a diagram of a sentinel there. Beast's giving a Zoom call or a Zoom class. And then this shows Wolverine in the Quinjet from earlier 2024. A set I would have gotten had it not cost $90, and had I not known that we were getting an X-Mansion. Okay. I'm going to put the center floors on. Sorry I'm taking so long here. I'm just looking at some parts as I'm going, making sure I know what I'm talking about. Let me put this back. And there went the light post. This area was like a little bedroom. There's a bed down here. That is a portrait of Cyclops and Jean Grey on that bed, which I believe is designed so you can recreate the sad Wolverine meme. The katana up on the wall right there is supposed to be a reference to either Nightcrawler or Silver Samurai. I'm going to say Silver Samurai because Nightcrawler uses cutlasses, and he already has a reference in the set. On the floor there is a comic book cover for the 1963 X-Men. And then you have the other bed there. The hallway section here, I don't really know what all that workstation is about, but you can see on the floor Beast has spilled his coffee, which is a Beast Easter egg, obviously, since they decided not to put Beast in the set. Then we get to what they call the lab. I'm going to take a few things out. Got a little computer station there. You can hear there's something in this section. What's actually in there is a stack of like VHS cassettes, which don't understand it, but it's still pretty interesting. And then this section, I'm going to show you. Make sure I know what's in here before I tell you. Aha. Another little like chest of drawers. I don't know if these are supposed to be books or something on top. There is a pop can there. And one of the drawers is a cookie, which the announcer said is, or the designer said is a reference to Aunt May from the Daily Bugle set. Why is kind of where I'm at with that. And then the other one holds a syringe. You have this, like the little x-ray thing in that back corner there. That is, sorry, my camera is on the, that is a reference to X1, where they take an x-ray of Wolverine, and you see the adamantium skeleton. Speaking of the x-ray, there it is, just sitting on the floor, and you flip the bed down here, and it goes over it. Got the elevator there. Here is Cerebro. I'm just kind of annoyed that this is here, honestly, because Cerebro should have its own chamber. And you can't even put that piece on his head. And then you have this is the screen with Mutant. He's using Cerebro to see. It's on the inside of one of these pieces, which usually they would print. I don't know why they didn't that time. Also, the funny thing about that is this piece is actually used for like a partial windscreen element in a lot of like Star Wars speeders. So it's just kind of funny that they use that. Right below the screen, in fact, you can see the back of it through this area, is two doors that open up onto the balcony here. On the box it shows Charles Xavier there. There's a little clear rod there that Rogue stands on. In the hallway over here, there is nothing there but a little thing that I love, and if I can get it out of here, I will show you. I can't seem to. I don't know if you can see that, and I was trying to get it out of there. There's a little chessboard on the floor, and that is a reference to Charles and Eric always playing chess in the movies, which are scenes that I usually like. I just enjoy their dynamic. Then you have the controls on this side for the danger room. Speaking of the danger room, up next we have, there's a light in the corner there. Then there's a wall with lasers right there with the red bars coming out. Yeah, of course I did. And then these, the wall over there has like saw blades coming out, but instead of like saw blade elements, they just use regular hand saws, and I find that hilarious. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but there are spikes on the bottom floor. Now for the roof sections. There are 3, same as there has been for all of these. You just sit them on there and then push down, or just let them kind of sit there if you want. Starting from right to left again. Nothing on this other than a little chimney there. You can see by the piece there, that's where Storm goes. This the big dome on top. There's an action feature here. I don't know why. There it went, but I had to break it to do it. The dome on top, and then the 2 pieces fall away, and because they're like that, they're also incredibly irritating to get situated, and they don't ever want to lock in. I don't know where the second one went. There it is. So people, we might have a film section. No, that's not it, but that is the light post. It fell off again. I actually don't know where that went at all. I have the dome in my hand. Got the dome in my hand. Got the one piece on. Do not know where the other one went. Oh, I'm literally looking at it. What the heck? Dome is repaired. There you go. I will definitely be undoing that action figure later. I'm going to tighten that up. I will say right there you have the open since 1963, which is a reference to the first X-Men. That's when they opened, or they released. I love these little, they're water elements in Ninjago, but they've been recolored here to be like wrought iron, which makes sense. This is an English house. And then you have the left side, which is just another smokestack. There is, if I can get down here to it, I'm actually going to pop this sticker off. That is the Xavier Institute for Gifted Youngsters sign, with the location sign. It's in the exact place as the Battle of New York memorial from the tower that I reviewed. Now, let me put the Sentinel back in his place. And then I believe it's time for some figures. How his feet goes. Or his foot, I should say. Here's what the thing looks like. The front lawn looks like with no figures on it. Oh, I'm dumb. There's an entire back alley I almost forgot to look at. See if I can whip this around real quick. There it goes. That bike is going to get left. There we are. Okay. Starting on this section, we have, there's a basketball hoop there, which I think is supposed to be broken. And then there's the ball right down there. This little box here, that's what pulls out to open the danger room door. This I like. It's nothing but a drain spout or a downspout. There's some water on the ground there. There's the Days of Future Past cover. You have like Old Man Logan, Cable, some other characters there. But instead, I liked it instead of Slain, as it does on the comic book cover. It just says collected, because this is Lego. Then you have the exit door, and it's a fire exit sign, and Pyro has blasted it. I like that. This little trash bin here, you have a little toad on top, which is supposed to be a reference to Toad. But inside, you have a fedora, which is part of Beast's disguise. I think it's from the show, because I don't recognize that from the movie. This little thing, a bit of a dark reference, is the coin from Last Stand, I think. No, First Class. X-Men First Class. That Magneto uses to kill Sebastian Shaw. You have a piece of bubblegum in there, which is a reference to Jubilee. The cutlass is a reference to Nightcrawler. Oh, forgot to put this thing in there. I don't know if I said it. I just mentioned Nightcrawler. It made me think of him because I kind of think of him in the same vein. On the portrait in the lobby, the First Class portrait, Archangel is on there. That's one character we do not have yet. There's a lot of characters referenced in here that I would love to get. We're gonna move on. This right here is what you use to slide the little screen inside around. There is, where is it? Right there. It says, it's a poster. It says Nightcrawler, Man or Monster. And then it's an advertisement for a Dazzler concert. And then is there anything else back here? I don't believe there is. A couple of grades right there and over here. Yeah, I think that is all there is back here. I love the character references that for characters that we don't get. I hope one day we can look back on this review and know that I was wrong and that we have every single one of them. Because wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, the bike is moving. Okay. Time to start with the figures. And I do have the Wolverine and Storm that the set comes with. I'm not showing them here. I'm showing the CMF versions. I will say for the Wolverine one, or the Storm one especially, she has her long hair. I would have loved to get the costume from the first movie where she has the black outfit, the long hair instead of the mohawk, and a silver cape. Would have been a really cool costume to get. And as I'm saying this, I'm getting some figures and all that situated, as some might say, as the educated might say. I do have a base plate. I did not think I did. So I'm going to go ahead and set these guys on the plate. Be patient with me. I got some accessories that are falling off on me. That's why I'm taking so long, sorry. All right. For starters, let's have a look at Wolverine. Going to lower his claws, that way you can see all of them. There he is. Really good figure right here. A lot of really good printing. Even got like arm hair printing. And then, sorry, here, getting an up close view of the back of my hand real quick while I take his. There's the face with the goggles, but if I remember right, if you flip them around, you have the face with the sunglasses from the movie, which, if I'm right about that, is awesome, because you flip that around, you put his hair on, and you got movie Wolverine. Next, we put Wolverine back.
Speech on. Viewfinder. 30 minutes. Stop. Pause video.
Next we have Professor X. People were pretty irritated about this, that we just got the blue suit instead of a green suit from the show. I don't mind the blue suit because I prefer movie Xavier. What I wish is if they were going to give us the blue suit, they should have given us a normal wheelchair. Here's the hover chair he comes in. Here's it from the bottom. Yeah, I don't mind the blue suit as much as I mind the non-rolling wheelchair. They mixed appearances, I think, is what people were mad about. Like, he has the suit from the movies and the chair from the show. I'm not perfectly happy about it myself, but I know how to deal with things, and some people don't. Here we have Storm. This is not the Storm from the mansion, although I guess it kind of is. She has some brick-built lightning bolts. This one does not. There she is. This one also has a mohawk, which I prefer on Storm. The other one does not. It has the long hair. Then this one has leg printing, and the other one does not, which is the big upgrade. That's the reason I picked this one. And then let me raise her hands so I don't damage that cloth piece anymore. Here's her from the back. I love that cloth piece. And you have the pointed shoulder pads here and here. Storm is one of those that I'm so glad when they brought her back, they made her a very good figure. Because this is actually my favorite X-Men. Even I would say my favorite X-Men character. Here we have Jean Grey. Glad they made her. I kind of wish they would have made her in her Phoenix form. We have this plate at the bottom, or brick at the bottom, to allow her to fly. She has the same shoulder pads as Storm. There's her from the back. She got a long hair on, so let me take that off. Now there she is from the back. Another one that I'm glad to have. Let me put her accessories back on. Show you the accessories. She got some power pieces there. Going a little old school there, instead of giving her like energy blast parts that they've been doing for the past few years. Something I forgot to mention on the set. Let me bring you over here to look at the set again. Right in there, kind of where the Sentinel is stomping around. You have, let me get him out of the way, honestly. You have some busted out windows and stuff. It's damage he's done to the mansion. Get him straightened back out. The toe pieces on the Sentinel just suck, because you try to turn him to get him out of the way without taking him off. You try to like drop him and then push him down a little bit to make the joints even out. The toes will pop out. Okay, showed you Jean. Now here is Cyclops. There he is. Don't know why they chose that hairpiece instead of a more curly one. Got his visor, leg printing on him, which they did not do in the early 2024 version of him. And then they upped the ante and gave him this little piece there he's holding in front of his face. An old spring-loaded shooter. I can't even call them old. They're still active. And a spring-loaded shooter in red to make an eye laser. Clever. Also falls off a lot. but still clever. Man, he's not in the set, but there's so many references to him. They even include a spot for him in the set. I'm going to show him, because where else am I going to put him? Here's Beast. Another character I'm glad they made. I'm just glad they're making X-Men, and in May we're getting a Fantastic Four set with all of the main four. Sadly, no Doom or Silver Surfer, but it's Fantastic Four vs. Galactus, so I'm assuming the main build will be Galactus. And then we have Iceman. I'm actually going to keep the accessories in his hands. I love the white crystals that they've used. I've seen that piece a lot before, but it's never been like for that. It's been like for kyber crystals. I am so glad he's here. I thought he wasn't going to be since he wasn't in the 97 show, but I am so glad they made him. My one complaint is I don't think he wears a mask. And I know he has hair. So why is he bald? If I'm wrong and he does wear a mask, please correct me. But I don't think I am. The other thing that would have been cool is they show him on the base plate, like they have him jumping forward. I wish they had recreated what they used in the original Lego Marvel Superheroes game to get him the like sliding effect or gliding effect, because that was cool. Here we have Rogue. Good figure. Got the piece down at the bottom to allow her to fly again. White stripe in the hair right there. I don't know why people are complaining about this figure. I don't mind the hair. Yes, it's the cursed Black Widow hair, and I say cursed because we get just so many of them now. It's not that bad of a hairpiece. Someone I am ecstatic that they made is this guy. The name's Gambit. Remember it. They gave us Gambit, and I am so happy. An amazing looking figure. There's the back. And let me show you his accessories. He comes with a basic stick as his staff, but then he comes with this. Holds it down here. The energy comes up, and it's him throwing 3 cards. We have an Ace of Spades, an Ace of Hearts, I think. It might be an Ace of Diamonds. And an X. That is, it's a Ninjago piece recolored, but that is a cool part. We have him hold it like that. There's Gambit fully geared up. So happy we have this, dude. I kind of wish we had Archangel. Yeah, Gambit, probably my favorite figure out of the set. This guy, a character I don't know much about, is Bishop. You have him there. That hairpiece is nuts. I'm flipping around. It's got like dreadlocks or something, or it's like he's tied up here and then braided down the back. Got some pretty dope hair. Yeah, there he is. Let me put his gun back in his hand and show you that. All right, let me just show you the gun. There's his gun build. Hope I'm not going through these too fast. There's him suited up. Magneto. I finally can upgrade my 2016 Mighty Micros Magneto and give him just the figure he deserves. Magneto is one of the best characters ever, bar none. Didn't say he was the best. He's one of. Let me, while I'm taking his little energy pieces off, the little thing he's standing on, that he's hovering on, is like a metal, it's like metal discs that he's flattened out and he's hovering on. I think that's a reference to, is it X2, where he breaks out of prison? Here's him fully suited up, where you can actually see him. Love that helmet mold. Got a rubber cape. I think he has a back print, so give me a moment, and I'm just going to pop that cape off of him. Boom, there went his helmet by accident. Crap. I'm going to have a hard time running that. It rolled. So yeah, there's the back of Magneto, and he's bald now because the cape decided to run away. Or the helmet decided to run away when I popped it off of him. Let's see if I can find the helmet. It's right there. It's right there. Thing. Back here. Gotcha. It took not as long as I thought it would. There's a full shot of Magneto suited up. Put him back on the stand. There's a full shot of the whole lineup, including Beast, and in my opinion, the definitive versions of Wolverine and Storm. The X-Men. Finally, more than just Wolverine, and hopefully soon will include Deadpool, because I don't have him. I want him, and I will get him at some point. And then here's a quick shot of the mansion real quick, just from the front. I think that is it for this video. I'm so happy to have this set. I cannot even mention it. I wish it was taller. I wish we had characters like Nightcrawler, Archangel, Colossus. More villains, please. Like, Mystique is a big omission. Juggernaut, Blob would have been funny. Although that would be 3 big figs if we got all those. Colossus, Juggernaut, and Blob. Pyro, especially because he's blasted the sign back there. Toad would have been just awesome, especially if it was the Ray Park version. Ray Parker. But yeah, there's a lot of characters missing. There's more X-Men missing that I can't think of. I don't know if I said Psylocke. That's who someone else thought the katana could be referencing. Especially because the editing you love is purple, and Wolverine's not very much associated with purple, but Psylocke is. That was theorized to be Psylocke in Jubilee's room. Yeah, we're definitely missing some major X-Men characters, but I think they got all like the heavy hitters, especially from the show. I don't know if I said Jubilee. It would be cool to have her. That is it for this video. Thanks for watching, and peace out.